Welcome back to Sip the Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans. And there's rumors out there that we are hiring Dwayne Ledford, former offensive line coach from the Atlanta Falcons. Give you a little bit of insight about Dwayne and also show you a couple plays and give you a little analytics. So it's gonna be real quick. It's gonna be a quick video. Falcons were 62% outside zone. 293 plays out of 469 were outside zone. Inside zone, they were 10%. Only 28 plays out of 469. Man schemes like duo and things like that, they were 72 out of 465, which is 15%. So 3 run concepts made up 77% of what the Falcons do. What that tells me is what they were good at, they stuck to it, and they ran it. No matter, probably a bunch of different ways, but they were good at outside zone, they were good at inside zone. That's what they ran. 72% of their runs were zone runs. Now, with that being said, he's a great teacher from what I've seen. 4 of his 5 linemen were ranked in the top 100 in run block grades this year. Chris Lindstrom was number 3. Ryan Newsel was number 20. Matt Bergeron was 48. So that's 3 in the top 50. And then Elijah Wilkinson was number 71. Let's take a look at 2 of his concepts, and I'm going to put them on the board and show you the actual video of them as well about what Ledford does with his offensive linemen. All right, so this look is versus the Minnesota Vikings. He had Kyle Pitts here and had another tight end here. So you got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 linemen with a little gap right here. And you'll see it when I show you the video. He put another tight end right there. He had Pitts right here, Mike Penix, and Bijan. And they're running the outside zone to the right. But it's also like a wham. So a bunch of different ways they can do it. So what they're going to do is he's going to cut that off. He's coming down. He's going to block that. They're going to double that to there. He's going to block that. He's going to block that. And he's going to come back and take care of that. And then they run the outside zone track that way. And you'll see Bijan work his way through there. So that's one of the many ways that he can see it. Let's take a look at the live action and how they actually worked it, for real versus the Vikings. Okay, this is the first play we talked about. We're going to see, you see your tight end here. That's your tight end here, 89. Then you got you got Pitts right here, and you see the little gap between them to kind of set it up. And I showed you the blocking schemes on the board. They run the zone, they leave in 93 unblocked, and you see 70 blocks out. Bam. The hat on the hat. All steps are in line. Guys understand like who to block. You see the double team with 64 and 63. And then with 55 going, choosing the wrong hole, they stay on that double. Split the defense right there. Because they understand, what they're trying to do, what the defense is trying to do. Got your block out by Pitts. You got 71. You got a hat on the hat. The only guy that don't really get a hat on the hat is the tight end that's coming backside. But because 65 cuts, he just makes a big pile, and that's all Bijan needs is a little daylight, and get out of there. All right, this look right here, they did something a little bit different. So you see Bijan right here, instead of traditionally being there, he's wide over here. And actually, he was a little wider. He was out here. And so what they did was they put him in motion. And when they put him in motion, and this is versus the Bills. This one's versus the Bills. These guys went too. They flowed too. So much that he actually went out of the screen with him. So once he went out, 24 dropped down in the box. So now you have this linebacker here, then 24 replacing that. And then, so now, the genius of this is you've taken a backer out of the box and replaced it with a safety. Who's probably better tackling? That backer, that safety? That backer. And now he's out the box. Now you got a safety, and they just ran zone to that safety that got put in the box. Came down. Let's see, he cut that off. He went and got that, and he went straight up to the backer. And so this guard, who was probably one of those top 4, had a clean shot on 24. Let's take a look at it and see the results of this play as well. All right, now here's the second one. that I drew up for you. This is the one versus the Bills. And this is the one that's, they put a little nuance on this one. You see the alignment of Bijan, almost like a slot receiver, but way off the ball. That's something that Mike McDaniel started doing with A-Chain down there. And it drove defenses crazy. So why not do it with Bijan? Same type of back. Maybe even better. Bring Bijan in motion, and you see the motion that I showed you on the board. And now, 42 replaced 8, 24 replaced 42, and now you have a safety in the box that's going to have to deal with a guard. There's a zone blocking. Everybody's blocking. We're not blocking 94 on the backside because for what? He actually has to make sure Penix gives this ball because he has boot, so there's no need to block him. So now you get a hat on a hat. Both guards are up on the safety and the other linebacker. And look at that hole right there. That's what we need. We haven't been getting things like that for our running backs here in the past 2 years. So we need holes like this on the regular for Derrick Henry, Keaton Mitchell, whoever else is going to run the ball for us. And that'll make the offense a lot better. So this is kind of why I like Ledford as our new O-line coach. And now that's why I think this hire is a home run hire. I think I already thought highly of the Falcons offensive line anyway, before I even had the notion that Ledford will be coming to us. So I think this is 2 good hires from Mentor. I think he's on the track to get us a good coaching staff. And let's just see what happens with the rest of this staff. But I think Dwayne Ledford is one of those guys. Like the video, subscribe if you've not done so. Drop a comment on whether you agree or disagree with what I'm saying, or if you just have some insight to add to it, and we can talk about it in the comment section. And on that note, I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Go Braves, baby. Go Braves.